is the NFL scripted, Chiefs win the Super Bowl, and the NBA All-Star Weekend is coming up. Join us on episode 2 of season 2 of the Final Seconds podcast. Hey guys, welcome back to episode 2, season 2 of the Final Seconds podcast. Super Bowl just happened, Super Bowl week. But before we get into any sports talk, Aiden, how was your week? How's it been? Valentine's Day tomorrow.
It's been pretty good. Nice 4-day week, next couple of weeks, so been chill. Just yesterday was kind of brutal because you're exhausted from the Super Bowl. Then you have to get up early, and I had football in the morning, but had to grind through a day of school, so I was struggling yesterday on like 6 hours of sleep, but it's all right. Eli is getting ready to do Phoenix.
Yeah, so we're headed down to Arizona this weekend, missing school Thursday, so tomorrow's my real last day of school. I've got a speech tomorrow. It's exciting though. I'm excited to go down to Arizona. Haven't been there. We're on a golf course, so I'll get to play some golf, which is always fun. I've become quite the little golfer, you know. I feel like I could put up a fight. I've become pretty solid. So
is it going to be warm?
Yeah. What?
Will it be nice down there, like warm?
Yeah, it's supposed to be in the 70s and sunny every day.
Oh, super nice.
Yeah, it's going to be perfect weather.
Well, you won't miss anything from the Midwest.
No, it snowed today, so that was fun.
Oh, it did? It's been like 50 here.
Yeah, no, it snowed today. It was like 32. Like right, freezing, but they're talking about a snow day on Thursday, which is crazy.
Huh. Hopefully your flight doesn't get canceled or delayed.
I know. I really hope it doesn't. It's like 5 o'clock or whatever, but enough about me, enough about us. More about what you guys came here for, the NFL, the Final Seconds. Recap of the Super Bowl, which we'll probably make a short about this one, because this game came down to the final seconds. I mean, what a picture-perfect ending. Now, I was confused about the overtime rules, because I thought the Chiefs weren't going to be able, I was like, what are they doing? They're going to run out of time, the overtime's going to end. But I didn't realize that it just extends. It's like the first quarter in a football game.
Yeah, think of it this way, because there can't be ties obviously in the Super Bowl or the playoffs. So like they're going to keep playing on. I figured that it would just keep going, especially because the Chiefs weren't really in a hurry at all. But
yeah. I thought so, but you know, it was just hard to you don't really know until.
Yeah. I like the overtime rules though in the playoffs. It was the first time used, and I liked it. It was good. It was a lot better than the one in first score and you win. It's better to give both teams a chance.
Yeah. This game in particular, obviously, you all know, was the Super Bowl. So it was the last NFL game of the year. It was the most important. This is what everybody plays to win. And the Chiefs defeated the 49ers 26-22 in overtime. Are the Chiefs a dynasty? And did the 49ers window close to win a Super Bowl? No, yes, and no. I think the 49ers are a dynasty. The 49ers are a dynasty, baby. I think the Chiefs are a dynasty. I don't know how you don't call them a dynasty with 3 Super Bowls in 5 years. Their teams moved around a little. Like, wide receivers haven't really been the same any year. It's kind of been all over the place. But it's been Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. And they've been the anchors of that team. They've single-handedly, not carried, but, put the team on their back. They significantly improved that team. Without them, they're not winning as many Super Bowls as they did. And they just won back-to-back, which is the first time in like 20-some years. So, yes, definitely, they're a dynasty.
Yeah, I agree. They're definitely a dynasty. The 49ers, like I've heard a lot of like just their window closing, like, is this it? And I mean, they're still going to be a good team. They still have all these players. Like, it's not like everyone's just leaving. But I will say, I mean, in the NFC runs through the 49ers. I mean, it has the past couple of years. They're always in the NFC Championship. You have to beat the 49ers to get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And a couple teams have done that, like the Eagles have, the Rams have, but they're always there. But like I think maybe people are thinking the window's closing because they want to get rid of players or something, like restart. But I just don't think they will. Like, they have the team. I mean, they're right there. They were super close to winning it. I mean, they have the team to win it. I mean, the NFC is gonna get more competitive, I think, with the Lions coming up. The Packers are good. The Rams in their division got a lot better this year. So I think the NFC will get more competitive, but I don't think their window is closed. Like, I think they still have a shot, but I think this is their best time to win it.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. They've still got players, they've still got time, but yeah, you're right. Their window is closing, and this was probably their best shot because they have a lot of players to re-sign in the future in these upcoming years if they want to keep this team together. And a big one being CMC.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the best running back in the league, and that's not really up for debate. That is.
Oh yeah, that's a fact.
That's a fact. Yeah. They've got Deebo Samuel, Brent Ayuk. Is a great
good game.
Ayuk had a great game. Yeah.
No, Jennings did.
Oh, Jennings, yeah, but Ayuk had a good game too. Jennings had an amazing game though.
Yeah, Jennings had a come out. I mean, he played really well. Deebo kind of had a hamstring injury kind of later, and he took a bigger role and made some nice plays.
Passing touchdown, receiving touchdown, and on that, when the 49ers had to kick a field goal in overtime, they almost scored a touchdown.
Yep.
He threw it to Jennings. Brock was just pressured and couldn't get it to him. So. Yeah, he had an amazing game. And one last thing about this game: does Patrick catch Tom? I think so. It gets pretty darn close.
Yeah, he's 28 and has 3 Super Bowls. I mean, at this rate, he definitely is. Because in Tom Brady's career, he won in 2001, 2003, 2004, and then went on a huge drought until 2014, and then won again and had a bunch of Super Bowls. He won in 2014, 2016, 2018, and then 2020.
What's that, 5, 6?
He won 5 in... How many? Or he won... No, he won... Hold on. 2020, 2018. Yeah, 20... Yeah, he won 4 in 8 years. No, 6 years. He won 4 in 6 years.
Okay.
But he won
the 3 before. So he won 7. He won 7.
Mm-hmm. He won 6 with New England and 1 with Tampa.
Okay. I mean,
but
it's very doable.
Tom. Yeah, he went on that drought, and Patrick has not gone on a drought yet, and he lost Eli Manning twice in the Super Bowl when he went on that drought. But yeah, Patrick, unless he hits a drought, which he could. I mean, you never know. I mean, it's football. It's a long career, but he's looking like, at this rate, he definitely is.
Yeah, for sure. And I don't know, though, longevity-wise, though. Patrick Mahomes is a lot more mobile player. He takes more hits, more sacks, whatever. Brady is, tough, but he did not have to run or slide or take hits, which helped the longevity of his career. And I don't know if I'm sure Patrick won't play as long as him, which is also kind of like part of the question. Like, if Patrick doesn't play as long as him, is he going to be able to win as many in less seasons or
Yeah, I
more?
think so. I believe he has 8 years left on his contract with the Chiefs. So
Okay.
I think, I mean, it'll be interesting. Obviously, 8 years is a long time. I mean,
Yeah.
this is not soon, but when that time comes, like the Chiefs will make a decision. I mean, assuming if he's winning more, 8 years, he'll be 20 or 36, so he's going to be older. I mean,
Yep.
he probably won't be as mobile as he is in the best shape. I mean, but it'll be up to the Chiefs if he's winning Super Bowls or not, and I mean, it'll be a big decision there. I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised if the Chiefs did let him go just because of his age, and you have to pay him again a lot of money for maybe 2 or 3, 4 years possibly, depending on how long he wants to play too. There's a lot of what ifs.
Yeah. No, you're totally right. There's a lot. Um, there's a lot of factors that go into that. But at this rate, Patrick beats him.
Yeah.
Is the NFL scripted?
No, I don't think any sports is scripted. I get why
I
people
don't.
say it.
I know. I don't either. I think it's impossible to script a sport because it is so you can't predict what's gonna happen. Like it's like you can't tell a receiver to make a one-handed catch. Like if they wanted to make a one-handed catch and they could just do it on command, then they would every time. It's not like, oh, make a one-handed catch now or go into overtime and block. Like all these factors you can't account for. And there's no way to stick to a script. I just don't think it's possible in any professional sport on any level, actually.
Yeah. Well, people were saying like when the Super Bowl colors about the Ravens and the 49ers being in the Super Bowl, like it
Yep.
didn't happen. So people are like, oh, but the script's not true. And then all of a sudden Chiefs win the Super Bowl. It's like, oh, the NFL's scripted again. It's not scripted. I mean, every
Yeah.
team is out there trying to win. They're not like, oh, the script says we're not trying to win today. Let's lose. Or,
Yeah.
every team's out there trying to win, It's not, I mean, just
Yeah.
because the Chiefs struggled in season, I mean, doesn't mean they're not going to go win a Super Bowl. I mean, there's plenty of teams that have won a
My
Super
bad.
Bowl that have struggled mid-season.
Yeah. Um, the theory was, this is what I've heard. Obviously, most people know the color theory. So the color of the Super Bowl logo for the past 2 years before this year indicated what teams would play in the Super Bowl. And this year is suspected to be the 49ers and Ravens. And it wasn't that. It was the 49ers and Chiefs because the Chiefs beat the Ravens. But what I heard was the NFL changed the script after Taylor Swift came into the picture. Because Taylor
Yeah,
Swift wasn't around the beginning of the season. So once she came into the big picture, once she came in, they changed the script because it was making them a ton of revenue and it was great for their brand. And they were like, okay, the Chiefs are going to win this year. We're changing the script because they wanted all that money, which is obviously just a theory. And I'm not even saying I believe that. I was just saying that's what like the theory is as of this
yeah,
year.
I don't
And
believe it.
I don't believe it. Neither
Yeah.
do I.
I mean, you're telling, like, I mean, the Chiefs went on a couple game losing streak. You telling me that was supposed to be in the script with Taylor Swift? I mean, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And I feel like if there was a script, it would have been leaked by now.
Mm-hmm. All the
So
players that play in the NFL and nobody has leaked anything or come out and said anything.
or anyone at the front office or the NFL, like the game's been around for 100 plus years. So I
Yeah.
mean, they didn't have a script in 1924 when it was the first season or whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
so
And like all the guys, if they had a script now, who have like CTE and don't know what they're saying, even if they're like, yeah, I'll never tell anybody, and they accidentally say anything, like they don't know what they're saying half the time. Like it would just come out.
yeah,
I just don't think that's possible for nothing.
yeah.
So, and the fact that the NFL like made jokes about it, like when the whole NFL scripted thing and the NFL like played along with it and they like made jokes about it, like makes you think like, great, we can use it for publicity, but clearly it's not true. Like,
Yeah.
Conclusion, it is not scripted.
Yeah. No.
Number 4 Marquette versus number 1 UConn upset preview to Big East Championship. Okay, so number 4 Marquette plays at UConn this week. Do you think first there will be an upset? Second, this is a preview to the Big East Championship.
No, I do not think there's an upset. I think UConn will handle business, but yeah, this is easily a preview. Two top in the Big East. I mean, maybe Creighton makes
not that
fun.
strong.
Who?
I was saying the Big East is not that strong.
Yeah, I mean, if Creighton made a little run, possibly, but I think this is easily the Big East champ.
Yeah. These are the two best teams by far, and there's not much other competition in the Big East.
Yeah.
I think these two are the clear favorites, and these are the teams that are going to be in it. And I'm with you. I don't think there will be an upset. I think UConn comes away with the W. Simple as that. As that. Number 6 Kansas versus number 25 Oklahoma. Can Oklahoma win, or can Kansas get a big road win? Kansas.
I think I'm gonna go Kansas. They beat Baylor at Waco on Saturday. They beat them by 3 points. It was a very close game, and Baylor's a good team. So I think it's going to be a really close game, but I think Kansas walks out with a win. But yeah, very close.
Kansas is a really good team. Oklahoma's not a bad team, though. I think they're a little underrated. Like, they've beat some good teams. Like, they haven't been terrible.
Yeah, well, they got upset, I believe, by UCF this past week.
Yeah, I think that's true. Yep.
And I think it was at Oklahoma, too. Maybe it was at UCF, but I know they got upset, and that was a big upset.
Yeah.
That's why they dropped in the rankings.
Okay, so I mean that makes sense, but they're not a bad team. Like, the ranking doesn't, I don't think, truly show how good they've been this year. Like, they're a solid team for sure. But I still think Kansas will come out with a dub.
Yeah, I do too.
And then 22 Kentucky versus 13 Auburn. Can Kentucky end their losing streak? Yes, I think they do. I think they can. I think they get a big win at Auburn. A little upset, and yeah, they snap their losing streak.
I think Auburn will walk away with the win. It's in Auburn, tough place to win, and Kentucky has not looked great. But I think it'll be a good game.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be a good game. What?
I think Kentucky's lost 3 of their last 4, it's rough.
Yeah, that's not what you want to see. But I think they'll end it.
Yeah.
Quick pick. Texas Tech versus number 10 Iowa State.
Iowa State.
Texas A&M versus 15 Alabama.
Bama.
Wake Forest versus 21 Virginia. 17 Creighton versus Butler. Creighton.
I'm going to go Butler because I'm going to be at the game and hope for a little upset.
Right.
Possibly a game, so hope for an upset.
That's right. Texas versus number 3 Houston. Fordham versus 16 Dayton. Oh,
Dayton.
By the way, I didn't announce I've officially transferred to a Dayton basketball fan. One of my best friends, his brother goes to Dayton. and he's a Michigan fan, but he transferred to Dayton basketball, and I have too. I'm no longer an Ohio State basketball fan. I'm a Dayton basketball fan.
Okay.
Also in Ohio still, so it works too. I just wanted to make that announcement. Official transfer. Yeah, definitely Dayton. What?
You're choosing Fordham?
Yep, Fordham.
I don't even know where it is.
I don't either. Never heard of that school.
Must be in Detroit, Ford Factory.
Virginia Tech versus number 7 North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Duke, number 9 Duke versus Florida State.
Duke.
19 BYU versus Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State, go Sooners. I'm joking, guys. Cowboy. I know it was a joke. It was because
I'm gonna go BYU.
Go Cowboys. 20 Wisconsin versus Iowa. Wisconsin. 4 Marquette versus number 1 UConn. LSU versus 11 South Carolina.
South Carolina, yeah.
6 Kansas versus 25 Oklahoma. What?
Rock Chalk Jayhawk.
Thought we already talked about Oklahoma. Oh, this is the same game. Oops. Sorry, I thought it was earlier in the quick pick. 6 Kansas. Gosh. I'm losing it tonight. 14 Illinois versus Maryland. Illinois.
Yeah, Illinois.
Vanderbilt versus 8 Tennessee. I've got Tennessee.
Yep, Volunteers.
12 Baylor versus West Virginia. I've got Baylor.
A little upset. West Virginia.
Ooh, okay. 22 Kentucky versus 13 Auburn. Auburn. Joking. Kentucky. 23 Indiana State. Wow. Versus Southern Illinois. Indiana State, I guess.
Sycamores. Yeah, Indiana State.
The fact that you know that is wild. Arizona State versus 5 Arizona.
Arizona. Well, I live in Indiana. You got to know all this stuff.
That's true. Arizona. Wow, we were cruising, dude.
Yeah.
We cruised through this podcast.
Well, football season's coming to an end. These scripts get smaller and smaller every week.
Yeah. MLB season starts soon, though.
Spring training. I think the Cubs just started, I believe, today.
Really? They already
first
played?
practice in Arizona. No, they had their first practice in Arizona.
Practice. Okay. Because they're literally, I think they have their first. What?
Their first spring training game is February 24th.
I was gonna say it's in February, yeah. So that'll be coming up 2 weeks, I think.
Yep. And then their opening day is March 28th.
Or we'll talk about it next week. We'll talk about the MLB next week, right? Spring training.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We got one more topic. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. The NBA All-Star Weekend. Is it this weekend? In Indy.
Yeah,
Pop out,
Friday,
show out, be there, be square. I won't be there. I'll be square. I'll be in Arizona, but that's okay. I'll be watching it. If it was in Phoenix, I would have been there. Too bad. What are you excited about, and what are you not excited about? What is going to be boring?
I'm excited about the celebrity game.
Yep.
Not the dunk contest. The roster is terrible. Max McClungan, whatever his name is, he's making a return this year. Not super excited. But probably a celebrity game. I mean, the boring part is, the dunk contest is just a bunch of nobodies. Like no one's ever heard of people that are playing in it, and then All-Star games just, for fun. I would say I'm more excited.
So boring.
I would say I'm more excited about the game though for some reason than dunk contest. That's just me though right now. I don't know why.
I would be the opposite. I'm more excited about the dunk contest. I don't care about it. I don't care about it. It's boring. It's just chucking up shots and trying to do fancy dunks until you get to 150 points. And literally the defenders stand around and let them go for trick dunks.
I believe last year both teams scored 170 or something.
Exactly. That's why I hate it. I'm excited for the dunk contest. I won't watch it. I might watch the highlights, but I don't care about it.
Last year, the final score was 184 to 175, the All-Star game.
That is so stupid. There was no point in making them score that much. Why? Nobody wants to see
it. I hope they get to 200.
Oh my gosh. Holy crap. That would be something. Who do you think wins, though? The East or the West?
I'm gonna go East.
I'll go West then. Counter you.
It's flip of a coin. Both players are good, or both sides are good with good players.
And
so it's not
at this point, playground style, it's come on.
Yeah.
Is it still playground style this year?
What?
Wasn't it like that last year where they literally just drafted players?
No, last year so it was Team LeBron and Team Giannis. They aren't doing that anymore. It's East and West this year. I'm not sure why they switched it back, but it's just they split them up into the two conferences like normal.
Okay, I mean, whatever. I like the playground style.
Yeah. But, oh well.
It's fine. I'll pick the West. I don't know why. They're both, like you said, it's just a chuck up contest, so
yeah,
it's a flip of a coin. It really is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's all we have on Season 2, Episode 2 of the Final Seconds podcast. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We will see you next week. I might be tan, looking a little less pale, hopefully, and have some golf in. We'll watch the All-Star weekend and watch some basketball. Tune in. New shorts posting every day, I think, something like that. Yeah. All right. That's all we got for today. See you guys next week.
Yeah. See ya.